What a month for News Channel 13, NBC Sports. Whoa. Super Bowl, a week later, the NBA All-Star Game, and throughout the Winter Olympics.
It's every executive's dream.
Well, the budget better be good in 2027. Know what I mean?
This is when you make the money.
And NBA ratings are up, obviously boosted by primetime games on network television. What a novel idea.
Yep. People see more of it.
Yeah, look, I get that
more of it.
Streaming is convenient and it is the future. It's the present even to a degree. But when you see ratings increase because games are on network television, people, let's not overthink it.
Nope.
Right? Peacock. Why would I put it on NBC?
Even Netflix, which everyone has.
Yeah. Yeah. So with that tangent already out, Super Bowl 60. Hello. Seahawks and Patriots.
What are the Roman numerals? Hit me.
LX.
Good work.
I only know that because I've typed it 100 times.
Because L means 50 and X means 10. And when the bigger number's in front, you add. When the smaller number's in front, you subtract.
I know these things.
Oh.
I know these things. It's when it gets to be XLVII.
Yeah.
Like, okay, that's 8 after 40. Like, come on.
Well, XLVII would be 47, but.
Oh, right. I only did 2 I's. Yeah. It's just too much. Anyway, Seahawks and Patriots, the one number that is printed, typed, seen correctly is 4.5. That's the spread in this game. It opened around 3.5, 4.5. It really has not moved yet. We'll see if there's late juice.
A lot of coverage. Is there a lot of Butler action?
Not that I've seen yet. No.
I figured it would that Super Bowl would get replayed 1,000 times.
I mean, coverage on NBC on Super Bowl Sunday starts at noon. How many times will that play be shown between noon and kickoff?
Totally different people, different coaches, different players, different everything. Doesn't matter.
Over, under.
Great Super Bowl.
5.5 times in 6 hours.
I mean, way over.
Okay.
Easily every half hour.
Replays don't. Oh, okay. All right.
What do you mean?
I'm talking about separate.
Within separate times. Yes. Easily every half hour. They'll have Marshawn on. They'll find Butler. Yeah. They'll find Pete Carroll. Yeah. They'll just find all the players involved.
Right. Well,
I'm sure Tom Brady will get in there.
Russell Wilson.
Yeah. They'll talk to all the people who have any sort of memory of that play.
Yeah.
And why didn't you hand it to Marshawn?
All right, we'll make our predictions. Our awful records are shockingly close again this year in terms of picking against the spread all year long.
Game matter? Decide it?
I
just mean
it counts. This game counts.
But can it make the difference between who wins and who loses for the season?
It sure can.
Wow. That happened last year. Didn't we tie?
We did.
Kissing your sister.
NBA trade deadline's been wild. Kevin Huerter is on the move. We'll talk about that, going from Chicago to Detroit, the Eastern Conference leading Pistons, and everything else that's happening with the NBA as well. NFL coaching hires too. We've got Giants and Jets staffs filling out. A lot to do here on Onorato and Miller. Let's go.
This is Onorato and Miller, sponsored by Alpenhaus.
All right, Super Bowl 60. We will get to that. Of course, we've got the Olympic Games in Milan and Cortina, Italy, opening ceremony.
I know it's weird, hard to get out of the opening ceremony.
It's always been that. We've just been butchering it for a long time.
Well, then say the opening ceremony.
I think they do.
Okay. A singular
happening
large
on
ceremony.
Friday, but the competition starts on Thursday, the 5th. We are doing the show live on a Wednesday, the 4th. Yeah, the competition before the
yeah.
actual opening ceremony is like when the Oscars award Academy Awards before the actual ceremony.
Yeah.
Which they do.
Mhm.
Kind of weird. We'll talk about Lindsey Vonn's ruptured ACL and her determination to still compete in the women's downhill. That's on Sunday. What a great time
To be alive.
Well, I don't know about that.
Oh,
But
yeah, you're right.
I could think of maybe different eras.
Yeah,
But
I get it.
What a great time to just like enjoy sports. I'm not even talking about being a diehard sports fan. I'm talking about just enjoying watching competition, the pageantry of it all. What is more overdone in a good way than the Super Bowl and the Olympics?
The Olympics more so even, I think. I think this is the best time of year for the casual sports fan and the non-sports fan. I think it's a better time of year than it is for like the diehard sports fans. Like, we love the Super Bowl every year and we get pumped up about the Olympics, but this is the time when everyone else finally pays attention to the sporting events that diehard sports fans always pay attention to. So I think to just have an interest in that and to be like, you know, to see, listen, you could love the difference that the Olympic Games lays out for you, whether it's skating or the luge or just like the eclectic nature of all of it. And you could love some real different stuff and still get.
And if you pay attention enough, if you allow your brain to stay focused long enough, there are great feature stories and personal triumphs and tribulations and that can really compel you to watch the Olympics and root for a particular athlete. And they don't even have to necessarily always be American.
Nope.
Right? So, yeah, I'm with you. What has amazed me is talking with some people in the newsroom who are a little bit younger, who are like, yeah, I've never really watched the Olympics. And I think to myself, what is going on in your home?
They don't watch anything, really.
I guess.
Shorts on YouTube.
But the Olympics, like that is just, it's omnipresent. It's everywhere. If you, I get that go back 4 years ago, some of them weren't even old enough to be in a bar, but it's on at the bar. It's on at every restaurant. It is everywhere. Anyway.
NBC does, and listen, here's the deal. I sort of work for a version of it. That's not why. I interned, like did scut work in Italy in 2006. And we worked at the cross-country skiing venue. And I came home with the DVD. It is probably still downstairs. I would love to show it to you. The feature stories that they burned to a DVD to take home. There is a feature story. Look them up.
Voice too?
Yes.
Oh,
got the greatest voice in all of television.
It's good. It's very good.
It's phenomenal.
It's very good.
Tobias Angerer. He's a German cross-country skier. The videography alone will blow your mind. Like the things that have stuck with me that NBC did that I came home with, like I will watch those back and like almost remember every single piece of it because I've watched it a few times in my life. And it's just the stuff that like, it's unbelievable. Like they're going into the villages and just like getting drips off of icicles, like for a story, like the beauty shots of the whole, the amount of time and talent that goes into that stuff is otherworldly.
Think about the amount of time you spend to get a shot that is on screen for 3 seconds.
If you're lucky. Yeah.
It's why I love productions like Hard Knocks. So back in the day, 24/7, HBO Sports would do boxing. It's the Access. What did we watch recently? We were like, yeah, but the Access is awesome. And it just, the video work, camera work, editing, all of it, right? It's just, and the stories, they find the compelling characters. They tell the stories really well. It pulls you in. Of course, when it's country, there's even more emotion just inherently attached. Like, yes.
No matter how you feel about your country, you generally are going to root for it when the Olympics comes around.
Of course.
And like that NBC production, I mean, they're bringing in hundreds of employees from all over the world. Like I worked with a guy who was a technical director from Ireland. We had interns from Syracuse. There were people from Great Britain, people from Australia, and NBC flies like dozens of planes, and like some are just like filled with equipment.
We'll get to the Lindsey Vonn stuff here. We'll talk about the competitions we are most looking forward to here. Melissa says, Bills fan won't make a prediction, hoping and praying the Seahawks slap the Patriots.
Slap them right in the teeth.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hope it's not 50-10, because I'll be less inclined to watch all the way through, and I would love to watch the entire Super Bowl. But I do hope that it ends the way you do as well. So
here we go. Seahawks, Patriots. Again, that number is mostly 4.5 everywhere you look. I saw some 5.5 even today on a Wednesday here live. General thoughts here, like 4.5 for a Super Bowl it's a lot. It's a sizable number.
Especially for I don't know, it's a Patriots team that like everybody and their mother's been talking about. The way that they've turned the season around, and then still they just keep getting kind of, they're the underdog. Yeah, we're the underdog. Yeah, we're the underdog. And they just keep winning.
I know. It's looking at
it feels
who they've beaten and how they've played in those games too, right? Like Drake May has not been great in the playoffs. And a lot of those games, when you say, like, well, they look at the teams, a lot of those games were backup quarterbacks, in fact. So, but they're beating good defenses. And I think what gets lost here, and we talked about it last week, and I think even the week before that, is like New England's defense is really good.
They're ferocious.
So what you hold your breath on in this game, and we'll make our pick later, is like, Darnold, man, just don't go back to bad Sam. You've been good Sam for a while here. Don't go back to bad Sam. This cannot be a multiple turnover game for Sam Darnold. Just can't be. One pick you can live with, but you can't have a pick and a fumble. You can't have 2 picks. Certainly can't throw a pick 6 the way Patrick Mahomes did last year. Like that will turn the game on its head. So don't turn back to bad Sam. But I also don't think they can beat the Patriots simply by running the ball. Remember, Zach Charbonnet's out, right? You have Kenneth Walker, who's obviously very good.
But you have to run it effectively.
Yes. Yep.
Because it's not – listen, I get it. JSN is a big play guy, but they do a lot of crossing patterns and like short routes, and it's a lot of yards after catch with them. They don't generally take the lid off a whole lot.
Yeah.
So in order to do that effectively, you have to run the ball well.
Yeah, we'll see if they take a deep shot for a guy like Rashid Shaheed, right? All right, and speaking of that, our Dirty Difficult done.
And now, Dirty, Difficult, and Done. Sponsored by Performance Industrial.
Bill Miller and his great squad at Performance Industrial with us here every single week on Onorato and Miller. Never a job too dirty or too difficult for them to get it done. What a road to the Super Bowl for Sam Darnold. I mean, difficult to say the least, right? Top 3 pick for the Jets. Everybody viewed him as a bust because he was seeing ghosts. Turns out,
everybody sees ghosts in New York.
To what should be nobody's surprise, the Jets organization is the problem, and Adam Gase was the head coach, and he hasn't had a job since the Jets fired him. So then he goes to a backup role. He's a practice squad guy effectively in Carolina. So he's a backup in Carolina, a backup in San Francisco, and then gets
what a turn
to Minnesota. And I think this is lost in the national media here. We're talking about Darnold's time spent as the 49ers backup quarterback, and Kyle Shanahan should get a lot of that credit, and he should get a lot of the Kevin O'Connell, in my mind, in the NFL, is almost as good as any other coach out there when it comes to quarterbacks. If you want to put Shanahan and McVay 1 and 1A in whatever order, I think O'Connell should be right behind them. The games he has won with guys like Nick Mullins and Joshua Dobbs over the last few years, and then he gets 14 wins out of Sam Darnold, right? I don't know. I just think that time in Minnesota should be viewed as importantly as the time he spent behind Brock Purdy with Kyle Shanahan in San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, because look, Minnesota fires their general manager right after seeing all the success of Darnold, and Adolfo-Mensah
you got
is
him ready,
out.
and then you let him walk.
They roll the dice on McCarthy when they had something of a sure thing in
Mm-hmm.
Sam Darnold. Anyway, to now be where he is pretty impressive. Still in his 20s. I remember he was drafted out of USC. He was 20 years old when he went 3rd overall to the Jets. And he felt like the sure thing then, right? He was the prototypical NFL draft prospect. No, just NFL draft USC quarterbacks. Who's the last USC quarterback that's had real success in this league? Before Darnold, you hit me with Sanchez and Leinart, and so,
even them.
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. Like guys who, they're just not out there.
Yeah.
But Darnold was the prototypical NFL prospect, big arm, strong guy, mobile enough.
Right, not super mobile.
Now here he is. Good for him.
Mobile enough, no doubt. Likable guy.
Yeah.
Team player. It seems like his teammates love him. The coaches love coaching him.
Yeah.
And he's never, running his mouth or getting in trouble. Like he's just a likable dude.
Yeah. Again, we pointed it out. Like, need good Sam on Sunday, but Mike Vrabel and company will not make that easy for him. It's easy for me to say, like, hey, don't turn the ball over. Well, when they scheme stuff up, you get 2 weeks to prepare for this guy, and you know what his weaknesses can be.
No matter who wins this game.
You think low scoring or high scoring? The number's 40,
somewhere in the middle.
45.5. I'm already on the under.
Yeah, I like that. I think that'd be close. Yeah, I think that's about right.
Okay.
I would take the under, I guess, if we got to go over under. But no matter who wins this game, the storylines of either quarterback and either head coach are ones that, like what Mike Vrabel has done is about as good a coaching job as anyone in the NFL has ever done. And you could say the same about Mike McDonald. He's just taken 2 seasons longer. But that's, I think, and
McDonald's second year in Seattle?
Yeah, I think so.
Vrabel's first?
Yep.
I mean, boy.
And then, Drake as young as he is, and then Sam, the journey that he's been on from kind of being discarded to, like, those are, the storylines are all so good.
Now, Drake May's 23, right? I believe he's 23.
I'm gonna look it up.
Brady was 24.
When he won his first?
When he won his first, and it was his second year in the league, the same way as Drake May's second year in the league.
Okay. 23.
The Patriots were an underdog in that Super Bowl against the Rams. The difference is Brady was the last pick of the 6th round. Drake May was a top 10 pick. But those similarities, I think, are enough to scare the non-Patriots fans into thinking this could be the beginning of another long run.
Nah, there's too much talent out there. I just think there's too much talent out there for a team to win 5 out of 10 or whatever. It's hard to do.
Speaking of the Patriots, owner Robert Kraft now on the list of people, along with Bill Belichick, right? That's the headliner. Eli Manning's another guy, though, too, to not go into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in this voting cycle.
Felt like it had to happen.
If you could only put one of them in, Belichick or Kraft for you?
Belichick.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
You got to give more credit to the head coach. I know the owner is writing checks, but he's the guy every day coaching those guys up, coaching the coaches. It's got to go to the coach.
And we would both put Brady in over Belichick, correct?
I mean,
the hierarchy would be if you could only put one from that Patriots dynasty in, Brady, Belichick, Kraft.
Yeah. Listen, I think they should all go in, and they will.
And they will.
They will go in.
And they will.
But yes.
Yeah. Not as much outrage over Kraft as there was Belichick.
Right.
But
at least Belichick can say, no, he didn't get in either.
Yeah.
But it was only because Belichick didn't get in. If Belichick
I don't know.
Kraft's probably going in too.
I don't know. They're voting in separately. It wasn't like, hey, okay, now that Belichick isn't going in, we're not going to put Kraft in. It all happened at the same time. I
know, but if you're voting and you're not voting for Bill Belichick, you're probably also not voting for Robert Kraft, is my guess.
Fair. Okay. we have rounded things out.
Yes, we are done.
At least
the coaching carousel.
By Monday morning, we will have
stopped.
rounded things out because
Officially.
Kubiak is going to Las Vegas. So the Raiders will hire Clint Kubiak after this Super Bowl. Cardinals hire Michael LaFleur. He was the offensive coach for the Rams.
His name wrong.
Oh, I did?
Come
I did.
on.
I flipped the U and the E. Steelers, Mike McCarthy. Ravens, Jesse Minter. Browns, Todd Monken.
Best hire in the cycle for your money.
Ooh, this cycle overall.
Yeah.
Not
it's the Giants.
Yeah. It's definitely that's like the most dummy proof one, right? It was like, hey, what's the most obvious thing you can do here that makes the most sense? It's hire John Harbaugh if you're the Giants. Yeah. Now you've got me racking my brain about other coaches and openings. And
I think the Bills hire is interesting. I think they did the right thing for them.
Ooh.
I don't know if it's going to ultimately turn out to be the right thing, but I think they kept everyone happy.
But I would say that about Harbaugh and the Giants. That was the right move. And I don't know that.
But no one was going to be overly unhappy if they hired someone else. Like, I think Josh Allen and plenty of people would have been unhappy if they didn't hire Brady and then he walked.
Yeah. Well, that
I
was
think
the risk, right? Yeah.
I think it was the safe play and one that kept your important players happy.
Yeah.
Different when you have someone inside who can take the job. The Giants weren't hiring anyone from inside.
Yeah, these are half of them.
I like Minter to the Ravens.
Dolphins and Halfley. Giants and Harbaugh.
Titans and
Bills
Saleh.
And Brady. Titans and Saleh. We're doomed to forget one because that's just the way it goes every time. Yeah, it's the Giants and Harbaugh.
Yeah.
It is. I don't know that any of the other hires blow me away. I think Minter's
I like Minter going back to Baltimore. I think LaFleur to the Cardinals is interesting. I'm kind of interested to see how some of these play out because I love when a guy gets a shot who's a really good coordinator who's going to go.
Yeah.
I'm just not convinced Vegas is a good fit for anyone, despite the Brady ownership. But
you get the number one pick.
I get it.
Brock Bowers, Genty, Crosby.
I think. I don't know. I think it's going to be more difficult than people think, despite the number one pick and all the weapons. I think Fernando has a little bit of a tougher time. Like that's not like just a drop you in and you succeed situation.
Yeah.
The NFL is very different, and he played with some crazy talented players in Indiana. I don't know that he's going to play with overall as talented a players as what he had on his college team. Not saying that Indiana could beat Las Vegas, but I think comparatively, Indiana was so much better than every other college team. You are not so much better than every other NFL team in Las Vegas. So I think that will be a difficult adjustment.
Yeah. All right, let's stay on the coaching thing here while we're going. Who needs commercials? Jets hire Frank Reich. Giants hire Matt Nagy. The Reich thing to me is interesting. That one kind of came out of nowhere for me. It's a very important hire for Aaron Glenn. I get that they need to figure out the defense. That was kind of the biggest issue in so many ways because you have a defensive head coach and you have no interceptions for a full season.
None.
But this is a franchise that has to figure out the quarterback position. And I don't know what they do. You wouldn't dare take any other quarterback top 5 other than Fernando Mendoza this draft. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
So then it takes you to hold your applause or jeer. Mac Jones, Malik Willis.
I like the Malik Willis.
Right, like you're getting into the
backup land.
Yeah, and is that better than I know that it is, but is it markedly better than Justin Fields? Right? Like what is the real upgrade at that position this offseason?
I don't know, but Minnesota would have said Sam Darnold wasn't an upgrade until he was. So I think you have to be willing. Do you want to waste a draft pick Or do you want to draft what you need there and give a shot to a backup who you think just wasn't in the right situation, whether that's Mac Jones or Malik Willis? And listen, I think Malik Willis was in the right situation because when he played, he did very well.
Mac.
So I think you have to think like, okay, what will hurt us less? It'll probably hurt us less to draft a D lineman or a corner or something that we really need with our highest draft pick and go get a guy who probably won't cost us much to get, who is a proven backup who may be pretty good as a starter. I'm cool with that. If worse comes to worse, you draft them next quarterback class or the one after.
Yeah.
How often does that happen?
Yeah. Look, the idea that, hey, let's sign a guy and then if we're 3-14 again, we maybe get the number one pick and we can, I get it, take Arch Manning. But if you're 3-14, Aaron Glenn is not coming back. Right. You're going to have a whole new regime in New York again. So Nagy with the Giants?
Yeah, fine. That whole everything pre-Ben Johnson in Chicago was a disaster. Eberflus, Nagy, like all of it was bad. So I think I just have like a little bit of a sour taste in my mouth from all of that. So we'll see what happens.
3 years with Kansas City as the OC. Bieniemy goes back to the Chiefs. Nagy's contract expired, and so he's onto the Giants here. Anthony Weaver, our guy from Saratoga Springs, back to the Ravens. Going to be the DC there. He was the associate or assistant head coach. In turn, also on top of the D-line coach in Baltimore before he went to Miami to be the DC, also played for the Ravens as well. So familiar place for him.
Yeah, I think it's a great move. My guess is he overlapped with Minter somewhat when Minter was there. I don't know exactly the years.
Yeah,
I'm
probably
going to ask a question I don't know the answer to, which is the Cardinal sin. But back to a place where he's very familiar with a defense that he would be familiar with how they historically run it. I don't know that they'll run the same type of defense, but my guess is they will. So yeah, good for him.
Interviewed for a bunch of jobs, was a head coaching candidate again.
Seems to be the trend.
The lack of minorities hired.
Yeah.
Despite
Saleh was the only one.
The number of candidates per the Rooney Rule.
Yep.
And I've never been a fan of the Rooney Rule because I've just always felt like while it's well-intentioned, it is abused by teams, right?
No
Where if you said, it's like the whole equal employment opportunity thing, right? Where it's like a company, a team, whatever, has to reach a threshold of number of minority applicants, candidates, interviewees. Okay, but you're not telling me 35% of the league has to be, right? And I don't like that mandate either, right? It needs to be, this is the best candidate, so we're hiring that person. But when you give teams this ultimatum that you've got to interview a certain number of minority candidates, in my mind, while I think there's value in giving people the opportunity to sit in a room with powerful people who make these decisions, there's a benefit there. I also think there is a false sense of optimism created with those candidates that they're being seriously considered when in some cases they are not.
Yeah, and I don't think that's the case with Anthony Weaver. I think he is seriously considered.
It just got me onto my like
your
we threw up.
soapbox.
Well, we threw up the other candidates. It's like, okay, but now if Brian Flores doesn't sign a very lucrative deal in Minnesota to stay on as DC, does he get a head coaching job?
I think so.
Maybe, right? So if Tomlin wanted a job,
he would have had one.
Does he get one?
I think he would have had one.
There has to be some balance here in my
It's
argument.
not all clear cut. But I think you're right. I think it gets abused. There's no doubt it gets abused.
Half hour in, we'll
not
take
a commercial.
A quick break here on
Okay.
Onorato and Miller. When we come back, the 2026 Winter Olympics in Milan and Cortina, Lindsey Vonn on one good knee is still going to attempt the women's downhill on Sunday.
Good luck, girlfriend.
If you are watching us on TV over the weekend, 6 o'clock on Saturday night on My4, 5 o'clock Sunday mornings during the Olympics.
Wake up nice and early.
Back right after this.
At Marcella's Appliance Center, our commitment is to you, providing essential appliances that families depend on for cooking, refrigeration, cleaning, and sanitation, plus appliance repair. You can have peace of mind that Marcella's is here for you today and every day, like we have been since 1957, helping you make the right choice with trusted brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, and many more. Shop Marcella's Appliance Center in-store, online, or by phone. We're here for you.
The mountain is calling. Are you ready? At Alpenhaus, we have everything you need for your season on the slopes. Our expert team is ready to help you find the perfect setup for an amazing winter of skiing and snowboarding. With a great selection of the industry's top brands, you'll find the right skis or board to match your experience and style. And all the best equipment and accessories to keep you safe and comfortable. Get outside and play with Alpenhaus, run by skiers and riders since 1964.
And now, back to Onorato and Miller. Sponsored by Alpenhaus.
All right, Ash, we have seen athletes, finish games on a torn ACL because they don't really know it's torn, and then the imaging reveals it later on.
I always think, how do you not know?
For some people, they say it felt funny.
Yeah.
It didn't hurt. It felt loose and funny, and I don't know, right? Yeah, but for Lindsey Vonn,
she knows
to know that thing is, they keep saying ruptured, right? Because it's multiple ligaments here, but to know that it's torn and to continue here. Look, you're 41. You haven't skied competitively in 5 years. This is your shot.
She's talked about.
You won a World Cup race not that long ago. You're the oldest person to ever do that.
And she's talked about how hard it has been to get back physically to where she needs to be. And this was the goal, to get to here, to ski now. So at this point, what do you have to lose? A lot, because it's very dangerous. So you decide to go downhill skiing at 50 miles an hour, 40 miles an hour, whatever it is, on one good knee, and you take a wrong step, bad things can happen. So this is not just oh, hey, no big deal.
I've heard people say, well, it's already torn. She can't injure that anymore. True.
That's true.
But if the knee gives out going at that speed,
and that's it. It's more of you can do a lot of other damage. You can break limbs, you can break your back, you can, concussion, and even worse. We've seen bad things happen on those raceways. So I just think to go in with that kind of deficit, and it's really a liability is what it is. Your body is not 100%. And I know she's gone downhill on it, and she will do a training run, I believe, but that's going to feel some kind of something.
Yeah. Second favorite to win gold. So is that just
that hasn't moved at all?
No, that is the numbers out today. Is that just American optimism? Is that bias because of the name, and she has won medals in Olympics in the past?
Listen, people be rooting for her.
And I wonder, is there more interest now? I thought there was great interest going into these games because of Lindsey Vonn and the story and imagine having that feature story ready to go, right?
And now it doesn't work.
And then she wipes out, tears the ACL.
I think you still use it.
Got to do it all over again.
You use it and you come back and clarify hey, here's afterwards, or
record some stuff differently. But okay, so you say more interest now because of the injury, the attention given to that. And I'm with you. I don't know when that race is on Sunday, but I will hopefully be in front of a TV to watch it.
I wish for her safe travels down the mountain. I don't care if she wins gold. I would like her to safely make it.
Yeah, me too.
And just be competitive. Be okay at the end of it all.
But if she were to medal,
awesome.
Forget
any
gold.
medal. Any medal.
Gold, because she's,
I think is.
I forget the woman who's the favorite. She is a heavy favorite.
Heidi something?
To win gold. So.
Paula.
I'm not even thinking gold here. I'm just thinking if she's on the podium.
I think it'd be impressive. I know people are going to get skewed by second favorite for a gold medal and be disappointed when she doesn't win gold.
Yeah.
But yes, do you know how many other people, number one, are half her age?
Yeah.
who don't have torn ACLs
Yeah.
are going to be competing against her. I will be stunned if she's top 10.
Right.
Like legitimately stunned if she's top 10. Because even if the torn ACL is clean, she's got a torn meniscus and some other stuff in there. And I get it. You're going to get shot up. It's got to be painful. All of it has to be painful. She's going to be 2 weeks out from a destructive knee injury. I can't imagine it is going to be what she hopes it is.
What else are you going to do? Winter Olympics.
Everything. Yeah, I get into, it's funny. I don't know anything about figure skating, but I like pairs figure skating.
Ooh, you like the pairs.
Yeah, I think it's cool because they do the dancing, like ice dancing. So
the throws.
Yeah. Throws, jumps, all that stuff. And we haven't in a while, but like back when we used to be so competitive, I thought it was cool. And like that, I don't know why, but that really got me into it. And like the reactions of the figure skaters, like, listen, you lose, you look up, you know, immediately. So many things that are instantaneous results.
Because based on
the
time.
waiting of a judge to then throw the scores up, those reactions are some of the best. Gymnastics, same thing. Those reactions are some of the best in Olympics. Excuse me.
Yeah, I don't think you have more hold your breath moments than in figure skating or gymnastics. Because anytime an athlete on skates, right, or on an apparatus of some sort, even if it's a bouncy floor, and they're flipping and spinning in the air, anytime they leave the ground, you hold your breath. A double axel, a triple axel, a double toe loop, whatever. You hold your breath because you know, like, this is where the routine is made. Yeah, figure skating is great. Obviously, cool. I'm into the hockey. The success of the Four Nations tournament now really kind of
got people excited.
Throws us into this, which is going to be great that NHL players are part of the Olympics again. I love speed skating. The skiing is great, obviously, but sports like curling get really popular again this time of year.
And the team that we sent out, maybe it wasn't last Winter Olympics, the Winter Olympics before, of like the Joe Schmoes with the mustaches and like that was hilarious. Like so funny and likable and just like, yeah, it's curling. Like everybody can do it. And some guys went and decided to get good at curling and now they're in the Olympics. Those stories are awesome.
Yeah. Bobsled, luge, skeleton.
Those are cool.
Ski jumping.
I love those. And I love like when they hit a certain mark and it's like minus 0.10 in the green. And you're like, yeah. And then like you think you know anything about how fast they're going. Look, they're going to be ahead in the next one. Then all of a sudden it's like plus 0.3. And you're like, what happened?
Yeah. The Olympics are also great, not to diminish the competition, but just to have on in the background all day long. TV's on all day. You're doing stuff around the house. Olympics are on. And you check in every now and then to see what it is. If there's a specific event or race you really want to see, you stop what you're doing. But it can just be on, which is great.
And here's the deal. Milano-Cortina.
Yeah.
I know we sort of talked. What happened?
I don't know. Cortina
this happened with Torino too.
Oh, well, no.
Turin. There were plenty of people who were like, no, but it's Turin. And we're like, well, we call it Torino.
That was just a singular city name pronunciation. I think there was some decision made that Cortina isn't identifiable enough to the rest of the world. So you got to throw Milan. Oh, Milan. Oh, that's Italy. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay.
But to go Milano.
I don't know.
Like,
I don't know.
Are we calling it what
but
they
it used
call
to just
it,
be
or
Cortina.
Are we calling it what we call
like, hey, the Olympics are being held in Cortina.
Yeah.
And then there had to have been some decision made like, we might need to tag somebody else here and throw Milan in there. Strange.
It's Italy. Who cares?
Strange.
It's in Italy. Great. We know it's in Italy. Give Cortina the love.
Yeah, I agree. All right. Olympic Games on NBC News Channel 13 throughout So opening ceremony on the 6th, closing ceremony on the 22nd. Back with the NBA trade deadline news right after this.
The mountain is calling. Are you ready? At Alpenhaus, we have everything you need for your season on the slopes. Our expert team is ready to help you find the perfect setup for an amazing winter of skiing and snowboarding. With a great selection of the industry's top brands, you'll find the right skis or board to match your experience and style, and all the best equipment and accessories to keep you safe and comfortable. Get outside and play with Alpenhaus, run by skiers and riders since 1964.
The great thing about novices, no matter who you are, they're going to put all the detail in the world into your brand. I feel like they have been a big part of my success, making me feel comfortable.
This is Harrison Butker, Super Bowl champion kicker for the Kansas City Chiefs. Claim your crown.
And now, back to Onorato and Miller. Sponsored by Alpenhaus.
All right, here we go. The NBA trade deadline. Wild.
Was a wild
stuff
one.
happening here.
My
of
phone
course.
alerts kept going off.
Oh, yeah. The headline, of course, is our guy Kevin Huerter going from
say,
the
of course
Bulls
it's Kevin
to
Huerter.
the Pistons. He's averaging 11 points, 4 rebounds per game this season. And Detroit moves on from a young top 5 promising player in Jaden Ivey, who was not getting a lot of minutes of late. And when I would occasionally look at a Pistons box score because they're leading the East, I'm interested to see how's Cunningham playing, all these things. Jalen Duren's turned into a really nice pro. And I see Ivy either not playing or playing like 5 minutes.
Yeah,
I'm like, what is going on here? So it made sense here, right, that he was part of this deal, and I think a good move for the Bulls, who are, I don't know what they're doing exactly, but they're trying to figure something out.
Sending everybody away.
They trade Huerter. They trade Kobe White.
Vucevic.
Yeah, thank you. Yep, to Boston. So
Everybody.
Kev to Detroit. He goes from the team 10th in the conference to the team 1st in the conference.
Not a bad move.
You got to love that. He'll be an
City's
unrestricted.
not great.
Yep, right.
Chicago to Detroit, not my favorite.
Yep, Hurdy would have liked to have stayed in Chicago, but an unrestricted free agent at the end of the year. So again, as we do the show live on a Wednesday night, is it possible you're watching this at some point and he's been traded again?
Oh boy.
Before the deadline? It's possible. It's possible. I don't think it'll happen. And then we'll see what happens this summer.
Coming off the bench, need a shooter.
See what happens this summer. Will he have a multi-year offer?
We didn't even
Will
get
he have
to
his pick?
Chicago.
Don't know. Didn't get.
We wanted to go to Chicago, maybe March. Not going to happen.
I looked at Detroit's schedule. Ooh. They do, not that I'm saying will go, but for the Capital Region people, they do come to the Knicks. They do come to Brooklyn. So Kev will get some home
love.
Yeah. Look at everything else that's going on here.
Crazy.
James Harden wanted a trade.
Cavs?
Harden wanted a trade. He gets a trade. And so Cleveland gets a 36-year-old in James Harden, who has a player option for next year. You would imagine he opts out with how well he's playing. And they sent a 26-year-old, Darius Garland, to Los Angeles. This is a good deal for both teams.
Yeah, I think so.
Considering what each are trying to do here. Clippers get younger. Garland's a good player, 18 a game. And Harden gives Cleveland an opportunity to try to win maybe not a wide open East, but a very attainable Eastern Conference. Mavericks send Anthony Davis almost 1 year to the day after he went from the Lakers to the Mavericks. Dallas sends him to Washington. Wizards are an interesting story here, but let's focus on Dallas for the moment. Okay. Cooper Flagg, 19 years old.
And he's it for the moment.
Right now, I mean, I know they've lost 5 straight games. He's all they need right now.
He's it.
He is.
Right. But he's scoring 30 and 40 and they're still losing.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
they need more, but they're not going to get it this year.
Kyrie will come back from injury, presumably at some point this year, unless they punt on the season completely. And this is a move that just frees up a ton of cap space for Dallas to try to build around Flagg going forward. Washington.
Interesting.
Investing in trying to win. I can't remember the last time like this with veterans where they aren't just recycling draft picks. They traded for Trae Young. They now trade for Anthony Davis. They've got young talent on this team. What are they exactly when Young and Davis are healthy with the young players they do? I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's an attempt. I will at least give them
give it a shot. That's what we always say.
Passing grade for trying to be competitive.
We always say give it a shot.
Jaren Jackson, this one kind of came out of nowhere. Jaren Jackson to Utah, really good player. And you would imagine it hasn't happened yet. Again, we'll keep no way Ja Morant sticks around past this trade deadline. I can't imagine. And so Memphis is completely, let's flip this thing over. Okay.
Try again.
And Lonzo Ball goes to Utah as well. Utah?
Doesn't Lonzo Ball go to Cleveland?
No, from Cleveland to Utah. Jazz acquired Jaren Jackson and Lonzo Ball.
From Lonzo Ball. Or from Cleveland. Understood.
Utah is again doing something interesting here. They've got young players. They have Lauri Markkanen now with Jaren Jackson Jr. Interesting front court.
Yep.
Chris Paul, who's just been chilling.
That guy.
Going to Toronto. We'll see if he sticks in Toronto, what he wants to do.
Retire.
Yeah.
At this point, I'd be like, stop pushing me all over the place. Let's just.
Thoughts on Kev? Chicago to Detroit?
Cool if he's going to get a chance to win. I always say I want to be in a situation where I'm going to play. And I think he would probably agree. If he can play for a first place team, then that's a situation. Oh, all right.
Yep.
Yeah, not bad. Like we say, if you hit shots early, when you come off the bench, you'll see some time. And even 15 minutes for a guy like him can be a pretty good run if you start hitting shots. So I always say good for him until it's not good for him. I thought the situation in Chicago was really good. And I like that for him.
Yeah.
But not to be.
I was texting with our buddy Justin from Mr. Formal Wear, who happened to be in Chicago recently for like a
conference.
And he went to a Bulls game while he was out there. And we were just texting about like cool moment Kev had to hit that game winner.
Oh, on the Derrick Rose night? Yeah.
Rose signs the ball. That's a career memory about how he'll, remember his time in Chicago.
I said that when he did it. And I said, that's maybe like a top memory for an NBA player to do it that way. Excuse me, on Derrick Rose night. Just really cool. And people in Chicago will remember him for that.
Yeah, I think so. Cooper Flagg is ascending here. Look at this. First teenager with 30 plus points in 3 straight games. You might remember a guy named LeBron James who came into the league as a teenager. Never did that. He joins Michael Jordan and David Robinson as the only rookies with 30 plus points while shooting 50% or better from the field in a 3-game stretch. It was a slow start, but it was also a slow start at Duke, you'll remember, right? Everybody's like, oh, he's really struggling out there. He's turning the ball over in key moments. He should have been a senior in high school when he was a freshman at Duke. He should be a freshman at Duke while he's a rookie in the NBA. He's going to win Rookie of the Year. This guy is figuring it out. He is going to be a great player for a long time.
When we said he's a boy playing amongst men, LeBron looked a little different than Cooper.
He could bully people.
Right, coming out of high school. Like he had that, like he was kind of shredded, even though he wasn't fully grown. They're two very different people. So I think you got to give him a little bit of time, but he's already more than impressed. I would say he has exceeded expectations already, even if this is where he kind of lands for this season. I think this season he's done all right for him.
Yeah, I think if you're Dallas, you're like, okay.
Right. We made the right
We
decision.
got our guy. Yeah. And there was no other decision to make. It was, if you have the number 1 pick, you're drafting Cooper Flagg. But now I think you can sit back and go, we're good. Now we got to build this thing the right way around him.
He was as close to a can't miss as there's been.
It sure felt that way.
Yeah.
It sure felt that way.
Yep.
Yeah. Joel wants to know. Christmas tree still up. Impressive, he says. Joel, good to see you, man. It's probably coming down this weekend.
Yeah.
Ash, I'm breaking the news. It's probably coming down this weekend.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. It's fine.
Yep. Brian says, watch out for the Wiz next year.
No doubt.
Okay. Yep. And it's always good to have Brian on with us here. Yep. Loves the Winter Olympics. He is rooting for Harden.
Harden sinks a lot of people, a lot of teams.
The regular season numbers are great. The postseason numbers have not been with him. We'll see. I also am interested to see how he and Donovan Mitchell fit. Two guys who seemingly need the ball to really be effective. We'll see. Brian's taking Seattle. Cindy's taking Seattle.
Perfect.
I mean, I think if you just did a poll of people across America, like, sometimes they show the map of the United States.
Everyone
right?
outside
it's going to be
of
this little pocket.
Massachusetts, Maine, Rhode Island, Vermont. They'll all be.
Yep.
And everywhere else will be Seattle.
Yeah.
It's usually how it works.
I know. And
New York will be Seattle.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes. Yeah. No doubt about it. We'll make our picks here on Onorato and Miller still to come before the end of the show. Again, that number is 4.5. All right. We need to talk some Syracuse basketball here.
Good.
The frustration.
We went to a game.
We did recently.
They lost. Shocking.
They did. Frustration's growing here. And I'm always so entertained by people who
are frustrated.
Not even post, create an original post on social media.
Just share.
They comment. It's as if no one will see this. I'm just going to vent a little bit here in the comments, and maybe it flies under the radar. No chance. Carmelo Anthony posted SMFH, not safe for television.
Shaking my head.
Yep. On Instagram, under highlights of the men's basketball account against North Carolina, a game they were down by 20 at one point, maybe even more than that.
I think it was about.
Ended up losing by 10.
Yep.
And, look, this is going to get a lot of attention because of who Melo is, but more so because his kid's on the team. If Melo were just an alum in year 18 in the NBA and he's frustrated with how things are going with the program, of course, we would take notice and we'd be like, all right, maybe the administration sees this too and realizes if he's not going to continue to contribute financially to this program, we need to talk about the head coaching position. But if it means Cayenne might transfer and maybe take other players with him, and that affects recruiting too, okay, big deal.
Yeah, not great. And here's the deal. Every time Cayenne does anything, the first shot afterwards goes to Melo, and he's at almost every game. And all of those highlights go on ESPN or the ESPN app. And if you think people in Syracuse don't recognize that, you're out of your mind. Because guess what? If it was any other player, if it was JJ Starling, any other player, it's not going on the ESPN app, and no one cares at all. So you lose that, and you lose a lot more than you think you do.
And look, Cayenne might be their third or fourth best player.
But he's coming off the bench,
Donnie
which I don't
Freeman's
think people
their
love.
best player. It's not even close. He's an NBA player. Yes, not enough minutes.
I
not
don't
enough
think
shots.
people love that he's coming off the bench. And I understand there is some strategy to bringing a player with a little bit of energy off the bench.
No doubt.
But I don't think he's getting enough minutes, that's for sure. He has a little bit of the Melo swagger, and we saw it. Like, that is fun. People like it. Give them more of it. Like, I think Syracuse fans are sick of, like, the boring. People got sick of Jim Boeheim. Like, the stuffy, boring, not fun. They want more excitement, and Cayenne brings a little bit of that. So I think when Melo says you better make some kind of changes, or at least make sure you recognize it and verbalize that to him.
They've lost 6 of 7 or 7 of 8, something like that.
They're not good.
They have a win over Notre Dame squeezed in there among the losses. 13-10 overall, 4-6 in the ACC. Look at the free throw percentage. My gosh, somebody step up and make one with no defense from 15 feet, please.
It's probably, I don't know that it's ever been that bad historically.
Yeah.
awful
Don't
free
make
throw
free
shooting
throws.
team.
Yep.
They cannot shoot free throws to save their life. And if you watch, even just the big men have been especially problematic. If you watch the technique, it's horrific. Like, who is teaching these players how to shoot? And I get it. Maybe they haven't, if you're a big guy, maybe you don't learn to shoot in the way everyone else does, because when you grow up and you're that much bigger, you just go to the bucket and all you do is lay up. You got to shoot. Like, when you practice, you just stand at the free throw line and shoot. That's how every basketball player practices. So how is it so bad? I don't understand.
Most bigs these days shoot the three. So
it's not, not these bigs.
Look what's left here. This is just some of what's left on the schedule for Syracuse. There are 5 on your screen. I think they play 8 total games still to go. Virginia, Duke, UNC, all ranked. Louisville as well.
Good luck.
And SMU is a good team in the ACC.
It's not going to go well. Autry's done at the end of the year.
He is, right?
Done.
Probably won't finish with a winning record. That's the nail in the coffin right there.
They'll miss the tournament again.
Definitely going to happen.
Done.
That's I don't see how they'd make the tournament. Okay. Let's finish our final couple of minutes here on the Super Bowl, shall we? The records.
I need a win.
Don't pay attention to the records. Just know this.
Oh, that's sad.
We could finish the season tied again.
Did you pick Seattle?
I did not.
Oh, so we can't.
So no matter what.
So you said we could and we can't.
We can't.
You lied.
I didn't lie. I was just setting up with something dramatic. Last year we had the identical records. This year will be 1 off, but hopefully
maybe 2 off. No, just 1 off. You're right.
But hopefully with a cover here.
Well,
finally.
So you win either way. Did I win? We tied last year.
Right.
You win this year. Okay. Congrats.
Why New England 4.5? Who cares if we tie? It's been bad all year.
Nah.
Why New England to cover?
4.5 is a little too big for me. I think it's a close game. I hope Seattle wins by 3. And you know what? To be honest with you, if you tell me I lose this and they win by 10, I'm fine. I'm so good. I root against myself all day long.
Well, I think, and I've said this to you, I was texting with my buddy Bill, hey, if there's a team that wins by double digits, is it Seattle or New England?
Seattle.
And we both feel like it's Seattle.
Yeah.
But if there's a team that surprises you,
but is it going to be
New
a
England.
Surprise? If Seattle wins this, or
no.
If the Patriots win this game, is that going to be a surprise?
I don't know.
Maybe. No, they're here.
Yeah.
They're they've surprised all season long.
Yeah, it wouldn't be like Brady beating the Rams first time around.
They're in the AFC Championship game. Then they're in the Super Bowl. Is it all that surprising if they beat a Sam Darnold-led Seahawks team? Like, I just keep thinking, none of this could be all that surprising.
No.
Is it that shocking if a Sam Darnold-led Seahawks team beats Drake May and a team that won 4 games last year? No, it shouldn't feel that surprising.
Okay. My brain keeps seeing 21-16 Seattle, which would be a cover for the Seahawks.
That's some low scoring.
I think it is. I think New England ends up kicking field goals in this one, like a game played between the 30s in a lot of ways. I think you're gonna get a weird score too, like 23-18, 23-16. I don't know. We'll see. Well, enjoy the Super Bowl, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us this week, Onorato and Miller. God bless you, Ashley. That has been a long time coming, all show long. Enjoy the Winter Olympics as well. We'll see you next week.